days in this hole. I want to document some of this so that way I can always go back and remind myself why I should not come back to work here. So that way I'll never miss it. Here's the dock. First thing in the morning. Nothing out here. And that will surely change in just a short while. I'll be filling this thing up. I ain't gonna lie to you, Cole. Well, that is it. I'm done. 20 years in that job and I just can't do it no more. Don't get me wrong, it paid the bills over the last 20 years and it's actually a pretty good paying job for this area. But man, there's just so many changes been happening over the last few years. It was basically more than I could take anymore. I understand it's a business and companies got to change with the times just to keep making that profit, but sometimes that profit comes at the cost of their workers. When I first started working there, it was worth it to go to work and work hard. There was production incentives, warehouse bonuses, yearly pay increase every year. We never missed it for several years. And then there was a lot of cookouts that'd feed us and just heaping up the praise on top of us for a long time, several years. And then it all just started going downhill. They started nickel and diming us at every turn. We quit getting pay raises every year, and that's kind of understandable. You can't get them every year, but we went a few years without a pay raise, and it just seems like we were well overdue whenever they did decide to give us a raise. Then they started changing the vacation time and the accrual rates and done away with sick time. And then they'd set unrealistic expectations for daily work, and it was almost like they were trying to sabotage our production. And eventually that started creeping into our quarterly bonuses. Most of the issues I'd encountered there over the years was just short-lived and temporary. But what had become more commonplace over the last few years was some arrogant senior leadership that would not listen to the workers. And there was some less than stellar direct leadership that had a certain level of incompetence that made it hard to do the job every day. And then there was just some coworkers that were just flat out sorry. There wasn't a lot of them, but it only takes one or two to really cause problems in an area. So in 20 years, I'd seen quite a bit there. We'd went through some hard times as a warehouse. We'd recovered and things got better, and it would ebb and flow sometimes. But there had been a downward trend for the last few years, and I really just didn't see it getting any better anytime soon. There was more bad news or bad rumors coming down the pipe than there was good news. And I use the term pipe in reference to plumbing because that's the vessel that crap usually travels in. And I was in a department that was not that difficult, but even still, I did not see myself being able to do that job until retirement age. So I knew one day that a change was going to have to be made, and I figured it'd be better to do it now than wait until the last minute. Some of you might ask why I would just throw away 20 years with one company. And from my point of view, it wasn't necessarily throwing away 20 years, because I was never really career-minded about the place. I had not pursued any management positions, and quite honestly, I wasn't able to, being a caregiver spouse. And jobs nowadays are kind of like cars. You get rid of one, you get another one. So there was nothing really keeping me tied to Walmart as far as longevity goes. So now that I've gone on this rant about what I hate about my job so bad enough to even quit my job, y'all are probably wondering, why would I do such a thing, being that I have so much responsibility maintaining a house? We still got a mortgage, we got a car payment, and utilities. We have animals we care for. We have insurance needs for medicine and health care. So, this might seem like a bad time to be quitting a job when I have all these things I need to pay for. Considering all those things that we need in our life, I have thought and prayed and debated with myself and went over it with Mandy. So I have decided that I'm going